let me get up in here. Welcome back, folks. Hope you guys can see. So I've got this whole amount of baits here. Pretty much what I want to talk today. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I've been throwing a lot of jig heads, a lot of baits on jig heads, just because it's so simple to transfer your, you know, let's say you've got like these rods right here. I've got two rods right here. Well, they're stuck together. There we go. So we got a Ned rig, and then also a swim bait. And just like I was saying, they're transferable. This is actually a shaky head jig head, and as you can see, I'm throwing like a 4.5, 5-inch swim bait on there. It's a Young Pulse swim bait, in case you're wondering. That's the hook. I don't know how well you guys can see. I'm actually having to use my GoPro today, but this is the hook that I like to use for shaky heads. It's a 1/8 ounce War Eagle hook, and like I said, they're very versatile in that you can throw swim baits. A few different things I've got rigged here. Shaky head, got a tube, something that I just really started getting into. And then, like I said, you could throw flukes, swim baits, definitely work well. This is actually a swim bait head. Let's go ahead and talk about Ned rigs, actually. One of the first Ned rigs I'm sure anybody thinks about is the Z-Man TRD, a Laztec TRD, Laztec Ned rig. That's what this is. I've actually got a whole bunch in this pack. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but there it is. So anyway, the Ned rig, this is the same hook, 1/10 ounce, I believe. I think it's 1/10. So like I was saying, with this hook, sometimes you could throw, this is actually a drop shot bait, but it looks amazing on that. This is the 4-inch meathead green weenie. It's kind of purple and greenish. It almost looks like a baby bass with like a pearlescent purple accent. That's one thing you could throw on a, you know, a Ned head. Here I've got, this is actually a pack of chunks. You know, like I said, versatility is one of my favorite things when it comes to using different baits, soft plastics anyway. So this is something that I use for my jig trailers. I'm throwing soft plastics, slap it on. There's a finessey, you know, kind of a more finesse craw approach. And then I've got a good old Guggen Squad rattling Ned here. But like I was trying to say though, a lot of these baits are really transferable between these two jig heads. For instance, well, if I could get this unhooked here. So like I was saying, really transferable. You could throw pretty much all of these. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. All these smaller baits, you can get away with throwing the smaller jig heads like these. You know, anything bigger, you're gonna want to move up to that bigger jig head. Out of all of these baits, this is the only thing I've been throwing. Well, you really can't see. Swim baits. This is pretty much the only thing I've been throwing. I did throw around this tube a little bit yesterday. I actually caught my first tube fish. That was all right. That was cool and all, but I don't know. I've been really big on the jig heads and swim baits, man. They just been getting bit. It's a bait that can pretty much get bit year round. You know, it's just really a style thing. You know, if you're really big on jigs, probably throw something like this on a little tiny jig. You know, a skirtless jig on a 1/10 ounce jig head, or, you know, otherwise. Try something different. If you're fishing shaky heads, take off the trick worm, maybe slap you on a Senko or a cream, whatever, 5-inch cream stick, whatever you want to call it. Probably not a lot of people throw this on a jig head. Fish might not see that too often. That might be something that could put you on. You never know. Versatility is what makes you, you know, a better angler in my book. Yeah, I really just want to touch on jig heads because it's been a really key player in my tackle lately. Just jig heads and swim baits. Tubes, I'm going to start throwing some more of these. Really going to start getting into, you know, a lot of clear water areas that I've been fishing. So these are going to definitely come into play out there. Maybe some of these smaller crawls, I don't know. I really want to focus on tubes though. So let's go over here. I've actually got a catfish rod set up. Get my chesty on. We'll talk more about what's going on with the catfish scene. So far nothing, but I don't know. I'm hoping we can get on some soon. Let's get over here and see where we can get going.